Guys, my hair is getting longer by the day. I swear I can't even style it too much anymore. Hopefully I can start teasing it soon. It's getting there. It's literally getting there. I can probably start teasing it again. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Century Countess. This is Reaper here. Today's video, we're going to be doing some makeup, and boy do I have a story to tell you. I think I might have met my sleep paralysis demon for the first time. So let me go grab my makeup and we will get started. So anyway, I have everything here, but before we begin I gotta show you guys something. So I found this at Goodwill. By the way, I'm also wearing a new fishnet shirt, by the way, and I'll be wearing it for the Mercury on Friday. But look at this shirt. So it was white, but I dyed it neon green, of course. Well, it ended up turning spooky green instead of neon, but it looks cow printy. But look, it's got skulls in it. There's like literally skulls everywhere. It didn't fit too well, even though it said it was a 5X, so I thought it was going to be big, like too big, a little bit too big for me, which is fine because I wanted something slightly baggy. It was actually tight, so I think this was from a non-US brand, because, you know, in different cultures, different states, I should say, or different places in the world, a 5X could be two sizes too small. So what I did was I took the sleeve panels and I cut them and I just made new panel pieces, and now it fits. It's slightly short, so I will try it on the night of real quick. You know, I'll put on the outfit that I plan to wear, see if it's not going to drive me crazy, because it is a little bit shorter than norm. It's made for a shorter person, I guess. And if it works, it works. If not, it's not. But when I lose enough weight, it would make a nice half cut off shirt. You know what I mean? If I end up having abs or a nice flat stomach to show it off. Anyway, so let's get started. First, I'm going to start with my foundation. And I'm going to tell you what happened this morning. So, I didn't really get much sleep last night, I will be honest. I went to bed, I want to say maybe around 12-ish. I want to say maybe 12:25, so midnight, 25 minutes after midnight. I woke up around 6:25, could not go back to sleep. Josette sensed I was awake, so she came over for morning pets. And when that happens, there's no point in trying to go back to sleep. There's no point, because when she wants pets, she wants her pets. So we gave her pets. And I'm not looking in a mirror. I need to look in the mirror to see if this is going on well. And it's not. It looks so different on camera than it does when you look at it in a mirror. So anyway, I get up around 6 I'm starting my day, hoping that I don't end up getting, the tired spell. And everything's going fine. I end up working on the shirt a little bit because last night I dyed it. So this morning, I cut the sleeves off. I hemmed it. I turned the sleeves into the salvages that were once the sleeves into new panels for the shirt. I still got more salvage. I still got a lot of salvage, so if I need to, I could try to make it lengthier. It may not look, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, because you'll be able to notice. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But anyway, I have a bit of breakfast. It wasn't really much of a good breakfast, I should say. It was just leftovers heated up. Something quick, because today is Wednesday, and Wednesdays are my therapy, so I always like to make something like that's ready to, or pre-cook something for the Wednesdays. So all I have to do is just heat it up, or I'll have something that all I have to do is just warm up and it should be good to go. You know, something that's like pre-made, TV dinner-y, you know, that type of thing, just ready to eat and go. You know, that way, you know, I'm not doing prepping, and then, you know, that way I have more time to do this, to do my makeup, and not do rush, because sometimes when I rush, the foundation doesn't have enough layers, and you can see pigments of skin, and it looks like I'm blushing, like I added blush or something. Okay, go under my normal. So yeah, I afterwards I just like, okay, it's like 9 something. Let me just lay down for a little bit, get a little bit of a cat nap in, and I lay in an awkward position, and I'm right next to Josette's bed, so I pet her for a little bit, and then I start to kind of doze off. Now, I normally had those little wakey, not wakey dreams where you're like in a state of still awake but on the verge of falling asleep, and then the dreamy images begin to start, but you're still in the state of being awake, so it's like, what the heck's going on here? And it's never been anything with something or someone. So I'm telling, and I've also, without physical touch, there's never been a physical touch with those dream states. So, also, I never have sleep paralysis. I've heard of sleep paralysis demons, and I always wondered what would mine be like, because I've never met them, and I think today I met mine. So anyway, going back, so I'm in that state where I'm asleep. You know, I scratch Josette's ears, I lay back, I close my eyes, I begin to nod off, and then all of a sudden I'm feeling something on my face, like a teeny tiny note, like something that feels like whiskery, like a very faint whiskery. It feels like it's there, but it's not actually there. I'm telling myself, what is that in my face? And it's like, it can't be Josette, because Josette's right there, but it feels like it feels like a creature. It feels like some sort of animal. I open my eyes, and I swear to you guys, this is what I saw. I saw a very small, like smaller than Josette's head, black furry face. It had black and gray fur, huge, wide, brownish red eyes, a long snout. It looked like, trying to give you an idea of what it looked like. It looked like an armless, because I didn't see any arms. I don't recall seeing any arms. As far as I know, all I saw was something that was black and gray, fur striped, long, weenie dog body, or snake-like body. You know, it was long, and teeny tiny head. Cute, very cute, by the way. It was cute. It was very cute. It wasn't scary. And it was just like literally in my face. And the moment I opened my eyes and I saw it, boom, I was like fully awake, and it was gone. So that's basically, I don't know. Like I said, when I've had these half asleep, not asleep incidents, I've had like small dreams like that, but never anything like that. Never anything with something or someone. So this was the first time. So I think I just met my sleep paralysis demon. And it was cute. Because, you know, you hear these stories of sleep paralysis demons, and they're like these hideous looking things. People sometimes dress up like they're sleep paralysis demons, and this is what it looks like. Mine, it's like, there's no way I can dress it up, but I can give you kind of an idea of, it kind of looked like, alright, not the animation, but you know, I think it's called Beastmaster, but it's basically He-Man. It's basically the live-action version of He-Man that they filmed in the 80s and 90s, and because it has all the same characters, but they call it Beastmaster, but the TV series is called He-Man. And you know how he has those, I think they're called ferrets. They're either called ferrets or meerkats. Anyway, there are these long leafy things. That's what it looked like, except its fur, its face was black. The rest of its fur was black and gray stripes. No arms, no legs as far as I know. And like wide brownish red eyes and a long snout and a tiny nose and whiskers. And like I said, it was cute. It was cute. So I think at least I probably am the first one that doesn't have a demonic sleep paralysis demon. I have a cute one. Which is fine. Not complaining. So if it hears me and says, do you want me to transform into something hideous, don't. I think you're very adorable. Oh Lord, this makeup's so blotchy. So yeah, I'm gonna pause this and do some touch-ups of this foundation off camera, and we'll continue. And we're back. So I will first off, I thought last week was my last day with my therapist before they transferred, and I was going to be without a therapist for 1 or 2 weeks. Turns out I made a mistake. We actually have one more session. This is our last session this week, so yay. Not much to share with her today, though. And I misplaced my hand mirror. One sec. Alright. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to be talking about today because nothing really big has happened. Just that, some people are getting on my nerves, and fortunately, it hasn't escalated to something serious, because, I've told you, the stories that happen here. There's been people who have said stuff about me that could actually get me hurt, because in their heads, they believe it, so they have to go around and tell people about it. And I had to put my foot down on it, and fortunately, something was done before it got to court, because seriously, I was about to take it to court. I will admit I was trying to stall a little bit, because one, I was not going to do this on my own, because if I did this on my own, I would choke. I like to have a representative, but that's a whole other story. Long story short, it was resolved. However, this case, there's a possibility it might convert to that if I'm not careful. And it's all because I called this person out. Long story short, and I've already shared this in the past, there was a person who accused me of talking about them, and I don't even know them, and they even said, why are you talking about me? I don't even know you. And I said exactly that. I don't know you, so how am I talking about you? And the conversation ended there. They're in denial. They have in their head I did talk stuff about them, and I don't even know them. And they said they forgave me for it. Then they accused me of being a gossiper. They accused me of being an eavesdropper. Then they said they're innocent on ever doing that. They don't eavesdrop on people's on people's business like I do. One, you said you don't know me. I don't know you. I don't eavesdrop, so why are you accusing me of being an eavesdrop when you just admitted you don't know anything about me? So then they say, I don't support what you are. Really? So we're going into a what? Where we're addressing me. You're addressing somebody as a what? Okay. And then they said they don't support what I do. You just said you don't know me. What do you think? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You don't know me. You said you don't know me. So how can you say you don't support what I do? So karma came back at them, and I had the opportunity to do it, and I did it. So a friend of mine who works here, asked for an update for, I believe, a costume or something. I'm showing them the photos. This person who just said they don't support what I am, referred to me as a what, believe it or not, and doesn't support what I do, comes up and inquires about what I'm sharing. I wrote back at them. I said, you don't have the privilege to see what I do because this is what you just said, told me. I repeated what they said. They denied it. I didn't let them talk. I just said, own up to what you said. Own up, own up, own up. They got pissed when my friend interjected and said, you need to leave them alone. They staggered off, and ever since, whenever they see me talking to somebody and I walk off, they come right to that person and say, don't trust that person because this person's yada yada yada. So, some people can believe it, some people don't. But if it gets to the point where I start getting, like, maybe cornered by people, or if it escalated to where I'm being attacked verbally, and these people admit that it's from that person, then it's going to be an issue. As of right now, what they're saying, it's going through one ear and out the other because this person has already made themselves an enemy with other people. So that's why I haven't said anything or wrote any reports, because this person already has a bad rep, and the people that still hang out with her also have a bad rep. So, and those that she tries to socialize with, they know what she's about, so they're neutral on what she says. They've known me longer than her, and they know enough about her that she's bullshit. She's bullshit. So, I have nothing to worry about. Anyway, what was the subject we were talking about? Oh yeah, so that's basically what I might share with the therapist, because that's the only thing I can think of as of today. And maybe, like, some preparations, because this is the year I have to get my restraining order renewed against a person that has caused me grief. And they have found loopholes to use the court system to continue their harassment by basically harassing my advocate at the time. And I would get the copies of the emails as well. And none of these emails concern me, but they did, they were basically mainly about this person, and this person was like, asking me, why did you share this person my dirty laundry? And I said, I didn't. This person likes to do background checks. This person basically is trying to find, like, literally, I haven't shared anything with him. He's the one that's doing the researching. He's the one spending the extra money to look at, archives that you can only pay to look at. So he's spending like $30, $40, maybe $50 or $60 just to find information that he can be like, you can't trust this person. And I don't know what I think the motive is he's trying to appeal his fame, but he can't. The judge has told him 1,000 times. So his way to retaliate is to probably drive my advocate crazy or something. But, but he was finally told to stop. He hasn't done anything since, either because he's finally worn out all the appeals, or they finally got tired of it, because they've been doing it since 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and I think once this year. So a multitude of continued harassment through the court system. So we have all that evidence against him, so. Let's see. What shall our look be today? I think we'll go with Tradgoff, but make it neon green today. So we'll mark out where we want our colors. Yes. Okay. Now I'll be back after I've done marking my areas that I want to mark. Okay, now that we've made our little eyeshadow template, let's just start adding the eyeshadow. So yeah, the rest of this year is going to be very scary, at least sometime mid-November. I hope the new therapist that's replacing this old one understands what I'm hoping for, is able to help me, because like I said, I can't do this on my own, including going to the court on my own, because this person knows that I will choke. Worst case scenario, that is, if all happens, and we get the restraining order renewed, or hopefully permanent. I mean, seriously, they've continued their abuse through the court system. So, all I can say is this. First thing they're probably going to do is try to contact the place where I go to therapy, or try to become a patient there. I mean, not a patient, a client there. I wouldn't be surprised, because I will be honest, they followed somebody to not an asylum, but a place where this person was getting mental health. He was disturbing somebody. He told me this story, and it's like, I kept telling him, you will not leave this guy alone. This guy does not want anything to do with you, and you're following him. You're going as far as following him to where you find out where he's at, and then you have a mental breakdown, and you recommend going there knowing he's there. You're just there to continue the harassment. All because you used to love this person, and now you're doing the same thing to me, or were doing the same thing to me, because you got an order against me, and this guy had to threaten you with one in order for you to stop. And you almost got this guy fired, by the way, by talking about his mental health. No wonder he doesn't like you. You have no business. No business at all. Okay, so we got now it's time to add the smoky bits. So it's just scary that there's somebody out there that doesn't understand friendship is over, leave me the hell alone, but you're still, you're still like cleany, like I'm your protector. Even when you get the restraining order against you, you're like cleany. This isn't right. I'm going to fight for this. And it's like, I don't want you to fight for this. I don't want you to even be near me. So yeah, I apologize for getting paranoid about that. Who knows, that's probably why my sleep paralysis demon visited me. He knows I was slightly stressed because it's in the back of my mind, so he came to show me his cuteness. It's the only thing I can think of. We're already in 30 minutes. I need... Oh my god. By the way, I'm going to the Q&A. Thank you guys who took part in that. who watched it. I appreciate you guys. Lord, we smeared that on. Well, it was a crack, so we had to. Alright. I think we'll do something decorative with it. But before we go further, let's finish our brows and our eyeliner. So, whoops. I need to start looking for eyeliner that's like this. Because this one's on the verge of running out, and when it runs out, we're going to be screwed. Isn't funny? First I'm looking for an eye pencil, now I need the liquid version. And this one has obviously discontinued because it's hard to find in stores, and whenever you find it, it's not the right color. And online, it's like expensive. And this is Dollar Tree. This is from the Dollar Tree, by the way. But then you have to order it online now on an eBay site, on eBay store. So that just tells you something. And it's like $13 to $15 for just one or two. Alright. That's set up. Let's alright, now for fun design. But first, it's getting hot, so I apologize if you hear some stuff in the background. Let's see. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to lift this pen up, and we're just going to, even though it's a different design box, we're going to test it and see. Look at that. It's like drying out already. We're like using the last bit of the ink as we speak. Okay. It's a little wonky, but we'll make it. It will work. It will work. Let's see. 28 minutes in. What is that? Okay. Also, you guys, if you haven't heard, we will be taking part in a golf get-together hosted by the lovely Star Raven, Gothic Eternity. Check out her channel. It's Star Raven, Gothic Eternity. And her new channel called Star Raven's Dungeon, I believe. Star Raven's Dungeon. Where she is doing a lot of her more darker stories, and as well as some other stuff. So check her out there. Also check out her husband, Nihilus Wolf. He has a YouTube channel. Let's see. Lips. Okay, that's our makeup. So I'm going to pause the video real quick. We are 31 minutes in, and I'm going to get dressed and I'll show you the final look. Okay, here we are. Cha! Cha! I'm definitely going to need to get new spike bracelets because they're already old. They're like, I lost one. And plus, these are like costumey kind. But anyway, I thought I'd wear these because, you know, this is a shorter version of the fishnet. I found it at Goodwill yesterday when I found that cow skull pattern shirt. I thought it'd be an interesting combo. Plus, it's shorter sleeve. I thought it'd be, you know, more cooler, you know, because it is hot weather. But right now, it looks kind of cloudy. And they say it's, like, going to be in the hot zone this week, so. And my face looks like it's brown, so. Ugh. So anyway, this is the look. I might wear this for the Friday get-together. This also might be my alternative club outfit in case I'm not feeling this skull cow shirt after all. In case it's like a little too short in the hem part and there's no way to fix it. So, yeah, this is our look today. This is our look for therapy and our walk home. We'll be walking home, and normally it takes us a good hour to get back home on foot. So depending on the weather, if it's hot like it was yesterday, I'm taking the bus. It will be a short walk. If it's not, and it's not that intense heat wise, I will go do my walk, get my walk in and my therapy at the same time. So thank you for watching. Oh yeah, by the way, these are my earrings. I don't wear this one too often because it's difficult to put on, but here it is. This little spirally bit one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell, leave me comments. I love the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.